Hi guys, year number 2, and today I will talk about my top 5 favorite web series. My top 5 favorite web series, I like them all just about equally, so instead of trying to order it from like number 5 to number 1 or something like that, I will order them chronologically based on when I first saw them. So the first web series from my top 5 is a lesser-known Star Kid production called Little White Lie. Little White Lie is a Star Kid production, so it's by the same people that did a Harry Potter musical, a Harry Potter sequel, all the other things that they've done. If you know who they are, you would probably know them by that first. The most recent one is Holy Musical Batman, so you might have heard about them from that too. But Little White Lie is the first production that they have put on YouTube, and it was a web series pretty much based on a high school where the popular people were people that won the music talent show, and it's about a brother and sister whose band is pretty much like the least popular people, the least popular band, and it's about their story and a lie that they end up telling that pretty much affects the whole entire school. The next one was The Guild. The Guild I actually didn't start watching until earlier this year. And it's a web series by Felicia Day. I think it's pretty safe to assume that you know who Felicia Day is. If not, where have you been? And her character is the main character, and she is a member on a video game guild, and it's pretty much about things that happen with the guild. The next one is Job Hunters by Christina Horner, I Talk to Snakes, and a group of her friends. Pretty much the story is they are in a dystopian future where there's too many people and not enough jobs, and the way this is solved is upon graduation, everybody is entered into Maywin, which is pretty much a big corporation that places you into jobs based on how you do in the arena. And what the arena is from 9 to 5, you go into an arena and fight to the death. And if you survive the day, then you might be placed into a job. And pretty much you just have to keep on surviving the days until you get a job offer. About 80% of the people end up not getting a job, meaning they stay in the arena until they die. And outside of the arena, they are in a safe house, and what the main part of the web series is about is a group of people who are staying in a specific safe house, and it's about how they're getting along in there and trying to survive in the arena and hopefully getting placed into jobs. The next web series I'm sure that you've heard of. If you have been on this channel at all, you have heard of it. If you're a nerd fighter, you've probably heard of it. The Lizzie Bennet Diaries. At this point, I don't even think that I have to tell you that much about it, because it's the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. You know about it. If you don't, where have you been? But it is pretty much a modern-day adaptation of Pride and Prejudice, and pretty much the story is Elizabeth Bennet, or Lizzie Bennet, is pretty much vlogging her life. So that's a lot of what the appeal to me was, that it's not just a retelling of a classic story, it's a retelling of a classic story in a way that's very relevant to us now. And the last web series of my top 5 that I started watching is a web series that I found through the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, because the actress Mary-Kate Wiles is one of the main characters in this series, SquarsVille. SquaresVille is mainly about two people, Zelda and Esther. They live in a small suburban town, and it's pretty much about them and some of their other friends, and the whole group of them don't really fit in with the rest of the crowds, and it's pretty much just about them wanting to have something more of their life. To me, it really feels reminiscent of Paper Towns, with the character that Mary-Kate plays, being a lot like Margot, wanting to get out of the paper town that she's living in, and wanting an adventure to happen. And those are my 5 favorite web series. You should definitely check out any of the ones that I've mentioned that you haven't seen, because I think that they're all amazing web series and you should definitely watch them. And that's it for kicking off this year's worth of videos. Emily, I will see you tomorrow. And as Erin would say, or originally as Lizzie Bennett would say, peace.